Well, good morning. I'm having a walk into Taos. My accommodation's finished back there, and I booked it to somewhere else, but it's cheaper, it's further down. But today's the day that I want to spend some time in Taos, what I've always wanted to do. So I'm going to have a walk in, have a couple of hours, then walk 2 miles back to my accommodation. This is the view I've got at the minute though, look. I'll zoom in a bit for you. Look at the beautiful Taos mountains, look. They're gorgeous. Right, I'll show you a little bit of Taos when I get in there. Not too far now. Busy day today, mind you, like I say, it is a Saturday. Right, let's find somewhere a bit quiet in the shade where I can just have a quick chat, tell you what I'm trying to do. Well, I'm enjoying this. It's like going back in time. It's like a small Santa Fe. Right, one of the reasons I've come here, and it sounds a bit probably off to most of you, but I'm really into my Old West. Really, even when I was a kid, I was always into my cowboys. I read more Western books than anything. My favourite author is a guy called Louis L'Amour. I've read tons and tons of his books. I'm still reading his books today. I'm just really into it. The history, the culture, everything. I really am. And there's a certain person buried in Taos, and I want to go and visit his grave. So if anybody knows what I'm talking about, stick it in the. I want to see if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Very famous person. Well, in my sort of sphere of memory anyway. When I was a kid, I know who he was. I know his name. But there's a huge national forest named after him. There's towns named after him. There's counties named after him. And I've just come across a road there named after him. And there's a big park here named after him. So he was a famous character from the Old West. A real stud of a guy. And I want to go see his grave and just say, boy, what a life you led, mister. I've walked these lands up here. Nothing like what you did, and back in the day when they had nothing. There were no water carried, there were no maps to read. Bye. So yeah, I'm going to have a little walk around here first, and I'm going to have a walk around up to the gravesite and see. But I'm really curious if anybody knows what I'm talking about. And that hotel there goes back a long time. I've just had a quick look at it. $200 a night, cheapest room. This is Taos Plaza I'm in, by the way. This is the old town. Well, there he is. Man, all these years, I never ever thought I'd actually be stood here at the man's grave. Weird. That's his wife, by the way, on the left. Well, one of his wives. Yeah, the old park's named after him. Rest of a lot of his other families, I guess, here look as well. It's a bit morbid, isn't it, looking at gravestones, but I had to visit this. I had to do it. I'm a big fan of the Old West, like I said earlier, and he's been a legend in my head for a lot of years. I even read a book about him when I was a lot younger. Man, it's so cool in this shade, it's beautiful. Them clouds are looking a bit dark up there though. Oh, one or other. Well, that's me leaving the state park. Pay my respects and back into Taos now.
Carson, America's famed frontiersman, widely celebrated as a hunter, mountain man, army scout, and hero of countless Indian fights.
Yeah, this old place. All of old buildings. That documentary was fantastic, really was good. And his great grandson, I think it was, actually played the part of him. Wow. Brilliant. Really enjoyed this couple of hours, really have. Yeah. Be a lot better without cars. Well, that's me leaving Taos. Wind's getting up a bit, so I hope it's not too noisy. I've really enjoyed that, especially visiting the grave and going to the old house. Really enjoyed that. I got talking to a guy in the back because there was like a library. Bought myself a little souvenir, as I always do. And there was a big rack of books, old books all about Kit Carson and about the Comanche, the Apaches. So I'm looking at these books and I said, I've read that book there. He said, which one? I said, that's the Apache Moon, the Comanche Moon one. I forget what they call it now. Lackawanna Parker, but anyway, I forget the name of the book. So we had a good chat about that. Fantastic book, by the way. It was the last Comanche chief. And it's a story about a young white girl that got kidnapped by the Comanche and she was brought up with them. Her surname was Parker, I forget her first name because it's a few years since I read it. And she eventually got captured by the whites and took back to her family, and she kept trying to escape because she didn't want no part of it, because obviously she'd married a chief and she'd got her own kids and everything. Great book. Now, just outside of Taos, there's a really special place called Taos Pueblo, and it's one of the longest inhabited places that Native Americans still actually live to this day. when I first came here weeks ago, like I've already said, with our Carol and Darren, I was in Santa Fe for 3 days. We came out for the day and we went there. So I'll put some videos up. But these weren't. I didn't take these today because it's like a mile further out towards Taos Mountains. But these are the video clips anyway, so see for yourself. But it's where Native Americans still live. I wonder how old some of these buggers are. Just look at these old adobe walls. Put the straw in there in the mud. Amazing. Coming around back to the cemetery. Wheeler Peak is about 2 miles beyond that high point there. And it's 1,000 foot higher. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Taos. I like to keep these short. In fact, I don't usually post them, to be honest. I just use it for my own benefits. But I really enjoyed Taos. I've 3 days here. This is my last day. I'm back on trail tomorrow. Now it's going to be cooler today, and it's going to be cooler for the next couple of days, which is good. So I may have a little change of plan, but if I do, I shall tell you about it in the next video. I've just popped into the car park. Here's my accommodation behind me. I'm just going to give my tent a clean, and then I'm going to go and get my resupplies. So I shall see you in the next one. Thank you all for watching, by the way. I really do appreciate it. Thanks a lot.